Okay, so this is Dream 2, October 6, 2025. Last night I had this about 3 girls who were trying to break out of a prison. I was one of the 3 girls who gained awareness towards where we were, and we had a strong desire, motivation to break out. We were in a group that was strictly and tightly watched over by a bunch of school supervisors. It seems like those supervisors were not kind people. I don't know. I just gained the feeling they wanted to control everything we did and watch over every movement of ours, and to limit our space. We could not go to anywhere else. Just everything had to be within their control, and we were the only ones who gained this feeling we've got to break out of the place. And this, I will continue my dream, and later on we can talk about the meaning. And other students felt like they were fine. They were even satisfied with what they had and where they were and what they were told to do. Their mind seems to have been brainwashed. 3 of us had to work secretly and smartly to live together. So we broke out successfully the first 2 times. There were 3 phases. So first time we successfully broke out. The second time we broke out also.
What do you mean the second time? What do you mean phases?
It's like a time loop. You broke out, and then you jumped back to where you were.
After you broke out, what happened?
I can't remember the detail. Only the last phase I remember clearly.
I thought that you were threatened in some way at the end of the...
That's the third one, the third phase. Because the first 2 just went on really fast. We just escaped successfully, but we had to try again the second time, and then the third time.
How did you go back? Did the dream just start over, or
something like that? Started over without my control. You can regard this as a time loop also, which I don't like this thing. So then there came a third phase, the third time, the time loop. We had to conquer again. In the last phase, which is the third one, we were told to swim across a huge underground water area. Those supervisors installed a secret weapon in the water in order to stop us. One of them was rose petals with its fragrance that were spread out by mermaids to distract our attention. So there were some mermaids in my dream, underground water. They were not released at once. We jumped into the water. Later on, after we finished the first lap of swimming, we swam from one end to the other end. We thought we finished, and then they told us we had to continue to swim back and then swim back. It's like another round, because this is the last one is harder.
Did they change the rules?
Yes, they changed the rules all of a sudden. At that time, they released a bunch of mermaids. They were beautiful, and they spread rose petals.
Were they mermaids or sirens?
I think they were sirens, more accurately. They were not kind mermaids. They seduce you, they lure you to their path to divert you from your path where you are in order to let you use up your strength that you couldn't to swim back. That's their purpose. And the other one, which happened before this one, when we swim from this end to the other end, the first lap, they sent out how to pronounce this one. I checked this word since I'm a foreigner. Shao, is that right? SHOAL.
Yeah.
there was a shoal. There was a shoal with sharp thorns. The first lap to give our legs and feet pain and numb feeling when we swam from this end to that end, and we conquered that because they didn't want us to swim fast enough just to exhaust you and give you pain and you have spasm and just feel you wouldn't feel comfortable swimming. And then the second lap we had to swim back. At that time all the mermaids or sirens were released, and they spread out beautiful petals, and they were really attractive. I mean, rose petals, red and really beautiful. Anyone could be easily attracted to the thing what's happening in front of you. And then I was my partner, another girl beside me, she was attracted to that, and she almost dozed off. I had to wake her up and keep reminding her, hey, we have to reach our target. We've got to swim to the other side. Otherwise, we will die here, and we can't get out of this prison. We've got to remember this. So before this, I remember also in the end, we were separated into two in a pair before we jumped into the water. It's kind of messy timeline. We were three, and then the two of us were together. The other girl was forced to pair with another girl. She was probably in the worst condition than us because the other girl was brainwashed and she didn't have the motivation to run out. So before we jumped into the water, I heard the voice. I think this is something important to share. The voice reminded me that I need to stay focused and have a clear mind to shoot for the target, to be focused and do not be distracted. My partner, in the middle of the swimming, before we reached the other side, she almost dozed off and she was distracted by those mermaids. So I woke her up to keep going. Finally, we reached the shore, but that was not the end. We had to work out a path that would lead us to an exit that was closer to the outside bush or fence. And then we had to try to climb the fence. But before that, we had to send out a false alarm to pretend we were obedient. We were following other students, the students' line. We were doing what we were told to do, and they nodded their heads, and they thought we were just fine, not a trouble. But right after, at the moment, we had to run really fast to pass the exit. Obviously, we had caught their attention at that time, so we had to run to the exit in order to break out. Then we found a nice hotel owner after we climbed over a fence. He helped us to find a room to conceal us so that our enemies, those supervisors, evil ones, would not be able to find us or to do any harm to bring us back. That's the end of the story.
So did you have any thought about the meaning?
I think this dream could very well be breaking out of the system, breaking out of where we are, this darkness, the darkness of the world. Because this world has been brewing and kind of brainwashing everyone. It's like Matrix agents. We were all plugged in, and many of us, like those students, they were plugged in and they couldn't even realize they were manipulated or controlled. But they were, and they were quite satisfied with where they were and what they were doing, whatever they had. Only very few of us would like to break out. So, but we had to try really hard. It's like what you call that, like which course?
Obstacle course.
Obstacle course. You have to pass each level, each phase, and it's just the enemies wouldn't let us run out easily. It's like Satan's demons; they wouldn't want souls to, especially good souls, to get out of their control. So they would try every way that they can to hold on to us, to control us, to supervise us. That's the feeling I had after the dream. And I think the words from God, His wisdom in my dream, which is also I want to share with everyone, is about to stay focused, have a clear mind. Do not be distracted by the world's temptation or anything that is attached to this world. Have a clear mind and stay focused to shoot for a target, which is the salvation of God's kingdom, to reach the rapture. In whichever way you can, just try hard, try your best.
What if this is already after the rapture for people that have missed the rapture?
I would not want to be around. I don't know what to do. You mean the rest of students left in my dream?
If this is a scenario that people will face after the rapture, then this could be like the mark, taking the mark, having to avoid the mark.
Yeah, they have to choose, I guess. You have to either choose A or B. You can't choose a gray ground. You have to choose either black or white. Stay focused on white. Stay focused on Jesus, on God's kingdom. Yeah, at whatever cost, because it's very near. If you don't choose the white side, the Jesus' side, our Lord's side, you will be left behind, and the consequences are hard to imagine.